What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from AnimeUproar, back at it again to discuss the latest, craziest Boruto chapter. In this one, we have a new villain and more information about Naruto's fate, so make sure to stay tuned for that. If you do enjoy these Boruto chapter reviews and want to keep them coming, then the best thing you could do is throw a Rasengan at that like button. If you haven't, channel your inner Hokage and destroy that subscribe button as well. And this is crucial, hit that notification bell or you will miss future Boruto chapter reviews. And while you wait for the next chapter review to drop after this video, you can check out my growing Naruto and Boruto playlist where I got videos on all the Uzumaki, Otsutsuki, and much more. Link to that is in the description. Now without further ado, let's jump into it, spoilers and all. The cover page is called Bro, and it shows Borushiki, aka Boruto, being taken over by Momoshiki, looking pretty fresh. The Otsutsuki are hella strong, so if Boruto somehow learns to harness this power without it taking over him, as Momoshiki plans to do, the sky's the limit for his potential power. We start off with Borushiki smiling after taking out Sasuke's Rinnegan last chapter. Even Ishiki was annoyed by the trickiness of Sasuke's Rinnegan in the past, so for Momoshiki, it makes sense to get rid of it ASAP, although it was definitely shocking when we initially saw it happen. In fact, the first thing Borushiki says is that he's blocked Sasuke's pesky space-time ninjutsu so that there's no escape for him now, further emphasizing what we knew to be true: enemies don't like to face the Rinnegan. Naruto looks in bad shape, but he's still conscious and Kawaki's obviously freaking out too. Momoshiki says that this is the second time he's emerged and that it's nice being free. Last time was when he took out Boro with that insanely big Rasengan. That was a super hype moment, but this time unfortunately Momoshiki is using that insane power on our guys rather than on the enemy. I know it's not the same situation because Momoshiki is not a tailed beast, but I'd love for down the line if Boruto and Momoshiki could get on the same page and have a Kurama / Naruto kind of relationship. That would be pretty awesome, not gonna lie, even if it's probably never gonna happen. But for now, Momoshiki is still clearly an enemy trying to completely take over Boruto's body and kill the others. Sasuke notices that because of Momoshiki's special healing abilities, all of Boruto's injuries have been healed miraculously, including his shattered wrist. Otsutsuki powers are truly astounding and straight up godlike in the world of Naruto. Remember that all of the powerful Uchiha attributes and Uzumaki attributes can trace their origin back to a single Otsutsuki, namely Hagoromo, aka the Sage of Six Paths. Kawaki remembers how Boruto wanted to help him by crushing Jigen. He wants Boruto to snap out of it, but Borushiki is solidly in control right now, telling Kawaki that he should be smiling since Ishiki's soul has been completely destroyed. He does say that Kawaki's freedom is fleeting though, seemingly implying that Borushiki may kill him soon. Kawaki is angry, but he doesn't come up with the best insult here. He says "shut up, white eye," which is hilarious and kind of offends me on behalf of the Hyuga clan. Like, those eyes are amazing. But the insult skills of Kawaki aside, a fight begins with Kawaki's mutant Akira-like arm. Borushiki is too skilled though, easily dodging and then putting a kunai right into Kawaki's back. Right now at least, it appears that he was right when he told Kawaki that there was nothing he can do. Now it's not clear here what Borushiki is referring to, but he notices something about Kawaki's body and says, "Good, it seems the extraction has progressed quite far, which means it should work." End quote. This suggests to me that the extraction of Ishiki from Kawaki might not be complete yet, and we know Kawaki does have a karma later in the time skip. We just don't know exactly how it comes back, since we're still learning about the Otsutsuki and these karma marks as we go. Finally, Sasuke enters the fray to help out Kawaki, but with Naruto seemingly out of commission after using Baryon mode, it would seem they're still hopelessly outmatched. You gotta respect Sasuke though, he shrugs off a lost eye and gets back into action like it's no big deal. Now we get that precious info about the karma and that even if it vanishes, that Otsutsuki data still remains in the body. As with Boruto, the process was 80% complete with Kawaki before the karma was removed, but it still means that his body is almost wholly Otsutsuki at this point. This may mean enhanced powers, which is always a good thing in Naruto, but it also means that Borushiki plans to use Kawaki as an Otsutsuki sacrifice to cultivate a divine tree. tree. It seems like the bad Otsutsuki always want to plant planet-destroying trees and eat their fruit, so they can become even stronger. It's funny because even if Ishiki is gone, Borushiki is pretty much just picking up where he left off with his plan. Kawaki is sick of people using them as objects, or more accurately, sacrificial pawns in their plans, but these Otsutsuki use their powers to get what they want, so if you want to resist, you gotta beat them. You gotta become stronger, or at least outsmart them. I do like the double-edged sword nature of the Otsutsuki and the karma. Clearly, people can be turned into sacrifices for the needs of the Otsutsuki, but they also get huge power boosts, and those power boosts can seemingly stay even if the karma gets extracted, so that's pretty cool, not gonna lie. As Kawaki is forming his arm into a blade for battle, we jump to Naruto, who is seriously in bad shape, understandably so after all of Kurama's warnings about using Baryon mode. I do want to hear more from that giant fox that we love, but for now, we just get Naruto acknowledging his body feels heavy and that isn't good before he passes out. The fight continues, and interestingly enough, Sasuke notices that Borushiki doesn't absorb an attack he should have easily been able to absorb. Borushiki asks him if he intends to kill his favorite student, which is another dimension to this battle. Not only are they up against Otsutsuki, they don't really want to kill Boruto for obvious reasons, while Momoshiki doesn't care if he kills Sasuke or Kawaki. He can fight without holding back to his heart's content. But significantly enough, he has gotten serious. Sasuke has wiped a smile off his face. So since ninjutsu seems to work, even though it usually doesn't against Otsutsuki, Sasuke brings back a fan favorite move, Amaterasu. A very OP jutsu that stopped being as useful when it stopped having any effect on the Otsutsuki villains. Although Sasuke obviously doesn't want to kill Boruto, he did promise his student that he would kill him if he had to, so that Boruto didn't have to worry about killing innocent people. And Sasuke decides to live by that promise, because he is his teacher. Pretty epic moment, but Borushiki dodges Amaterasu simply enough with a doppelganger shield. It's really nice to see ninjutsu playing an important role in the battle here, because you can't deny there are such good ninjutsu moves, and watching ninjutsu battles is hella fun. Finally, Kawaki and Sasuke notice that something is wrong with Naruto. Sasuke knows that it's bad and must be a side effect of Baryon mode, but he also knows they can't do anything for him until they stop Borushiki. Sasuke points out that Borushiki can dip at any point with time-space ninjutsu, but he hasn't been leaving because he wants Kawaki for the tree. They gotta get Boruto back to normal or they won't have a way to return to the village. It's interesting stuff as Sasuke concludes that losing too much chakra leads to Momoshiki taking over. So when another person may die, Momoshiki just takes Boruto's place, meaning between the two of them, there is so much chakra to be had. But Sasuke also thinks that if they give more chakra to Boruto's body, his will become stronger and he'll be able to take back control. If I was Borushiki, I might just dip somewhere else and leave them trapped here at this point. I mean, yeah, he can get stronger with Kawaki and another chakra fruit, but if these three are out of the picture, he won't have anyone who can really challenge him when the karma is completely matured. But yeah, Sasuke comes to a pretty fascinating conclusion that Borushiki isn't using karma to absorb their attacks because that might refill Boruto's chakra and revive him. Even though Naruto clearly surpassed Sasuke power-wise with Baryon mode, it's really cool to see Sasuke being so useful. I love the fact that they're foregrounding strategy and deductive reasoning skills rather than just brute strength. Momoshiki notices that Sasuke is dangerous at this point and decides to bring quote-unquote that out. And by that, it ends up being Boruto's vanishing Rasengan, and it badly hurts Sasuke. Again, I really like the idea of the vanishing Rasengan and how Boruto's failure to get it right at first led to him figuring out his own cool and very useful version of it. But now, Momoshiki is using it against his friends. We get a flashback of when Kawaki rebuilt the pottery he broke. That was an important moment for Kawaki's character development, but specifically for the development of the bromance between Boruto and Kawaki. As Borushiki kicks him around, Kawaki remembers when Boruto said Kawaki is too important for him to leave him behind and called him bro. Did you hear that? They just said the title of the chapter. Bro here clearly refers to their bromance and bond and how Boruto offered him friendship when he had the belief that no one cared about him and no one would accept him. Kawaki surrounds himself in fire to the point point where he's burning himself. Because he's a very valuable piece for Momoshiki, he can't let him die, and so he uses the karma to absorb the fire ninjutsu. That's how much Kawaki has come to respect and care about Boruto. He's willing to risk sacrificing his own life to free Boruto from Momoshiki's control. Borushiki takes the bait and a burned and injured Kawaki falls down. Borushiki realizes that after absorbing that chakra, he's gotta act quick because Boruto is about to wake up. Just as Borushiki is going to use space-time ninjutsu to transport Kawaki, he stops. And we find out that Boruto is now awake and he tells Momoshiki that that's enough. It's funny how chill he is about it. He doesn't scream or freak out at Momoshiki or anything, just calmly lets him know that it's enough. Then when Momoshiki refuses to just peace out, Boruto takes the Otsutsuki horn on his head and breaks it. And that is enough to make Momoshiki go back to sleep. Boruto collapses next to Kawaki, and at this point, the bromance is going so strong. I'm so curious about how these two will drift apart during the time skip because right now, as the title suggests, they are as close as brothers, willing to risk their own lives for each other. Crazy to think that Kawaki will go from risking his life to wake up Boruto to fighting against him and seemingly becoming the villain of the series. Let me know why you think he'll turn against Boruto. If you have any theories in the comments, I'd love to read them. In a hilarious and not gonna lie, heartwarming moment, Boruto apologizes for causing trouble and Kawaki says back at you, stupid bro. So he has that bit of a tsundere edge that Vegeta never loses in Dragon Ball Z, but he still called him bro, symbolically fully accepting Boruto's offer of friendship and even brotherhood. Sasuke, glad they survived, remembers Naruto and goes to check on him. He is clearly concerned and says no way as he examines Naruto's seemingly lifeless body. Now that's the chapter, the end of it, and obviously it's a cliffhanger. Next chapter we'll find out more about the price that Naruto paid for using the OP mode he did. With Kishimoto back in the driver's seat, I think Naruto will definitely survive, but this may take him out of commission for a good while and he may be useless for some upcoming battles. Obviously, based on this chapter, people have reason to believe that Naruto could be gone forever, but I think that's just to build the suspense for the next chapter. I actually think that the fact that Kishimoto took over the Boruto manga now means that Naruto and Sasuke might actually have more chances to shine than they would have had otherwise. But yeah, that's it for this chapter. Let me know what you thought about it. I liked it a lot with the bromance moments and with the deductive reasoning of Sasuke and with Kawaki's self-sacrificial Hail Mary strategy. I also can't wait to learn more about Naruto's condition in the next chapter. If you did enjoy this review and want to keep them coming, then the best thing you can do is smash that like button with no mercy. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. If you haven't, channel your inner Hokage and be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell and select all or you will miss future Boruto videos. And while you wait for the next exciting chapter to drop, feel free to check out my growing Naruto and Boruto playlist where I got videos on all of the Uzumaki, Otsutsuki, Hokage, all the other Kage, and much more. Link to that is in the description. And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.